Distribution businesses today have all been told you've got to get on the AI bandwagon and do something with it soon. In this video today, we're going to focus on some of the core things that you need to be thinking about to avoid making a $100 million mistake with AI this year. I'm Chris VanIttersum. I've been in computer science and distribution for almost 30 years now. In my career as a director of technology for a large multinational distributor, we took sales from $200 million to over $1 billion by just implementing better practices, better technologies, better thought process into all of our teams. Let me tell you why AI actually matters in your business. You ever heard that analogy, if you were just a little bit better than average consistently, that you'd be getting some great gains? We could just take your rep team and make them a little bit better than they are now. You're going to achieve a lot bigger numbers this year with the same productivity. This is what's happening in other businesses just like yours. The problem is, if it's happening in your competitors' businesses and not in yours, you're giving up that market share this year. With the power of AI, we've seen in our business 10 to 20% lifts across the board in terms of sales. This means for every 5 reps, you can add a 6th rep for free, and you're getting all the additional sales without having to increase your headcount. So if you're at a team of 20, 30, 40, 50, and you're looking at how to scale, you don't necessarily need to be thinking first about hiring new headcount. You need to be thinking about first, how do I implement these solutions in AI that are going to cause my team to gain productivity across the board? This video is not to sell you on using AI in specific ways. It's really to get an understanding of how you stack up, what's happening in the industry, what level you might be at, and if you stick around till the end, I'm going to give you an assessment that you can use to make tactical plans and avoid your $100 million mistake in AI as you get started on your journey today. So before we can solve this problem in AI, first, let's talk a little bit about how we got here. You know, in business, we're supposed to grow our businesses every year by a certain margin, but in distribution, it's such a technically laggard space, we've never really been armed with the right tools in order to make those gains. It's been really frustrating for a lot of years for distributors. Another big problem that we deal with in distribution is with the performance of our teams. Now, the teams that we work with, we see the same pattern almost every time. You got the 80-20 rule where just a handful of people are delivering all the value and the rest of the team is collecting a paycheck, and they don't understand how to fix it. What we do know is when we add more headcount, a lot of times what we end up with is crabs in a bucket. And so this leads us to developing systems that add performance and productivity and scaling so that we can understand and start to get value out of what are each of the team members doing? What are the habits that the team members should be following? What are the things that really define success? And start measuring those things. If we can put all these things together in a really nice package, now you've got a way for people to get on top of it, and you get more of those people on the team rising up to that all-star level because you can watch it happen. If you're frustrated about growing sales, you're not alone. But the solution's been under our nose this whole time. The best companies that are implementing AI have found a way to copy their best reps, habits, into the rest of the team. I think before you can really attack AI the right way, you've got to understand where you are in the process. You can really get a sense for what type of investment needs to be made. There's a few things that we want to cover in the early stage of AI that we think are really valuable that a lot of companies have started to embrace, and I love to see when these kind of things are happening. And these are things like helping you format a message to your customer. So you might be texting or emailing them, but maybe it suggests you some messaging that might be the best fit for what this customer is going through right now, or some of the best messaging that you could possibly do based on what they're seeing in the order history or based on that relationship. Summarizing the history of the relationship, saying things like, what's going on with this customer is a big thing there. I also like to see cross-sell, upsell, and other recommendations for products, reorder recommendations being a big one. You know, if I'm talking to a customer, I'd love to talk to them about things that they most likely care about, and having a system coach me through that is great. And then also seeing things like risk mitigation. You know, did a customer stop ordering something from me? Is there something going on within the relationship that would be a red flag? And so the next time I talk to that customer, I know these are some of the things I can go to in the messaging as opposed to just going through the basics of, you know, what might be on sale that week or that month. So there's some really cool value that we can get out of this early stage of AI. So when the early stage of AI graduates to mid stage is when my system can tell me exactly what's going on with this customer or this relationship or what I have to be doing next so that I can walk into those conversations and walk into my day knowing exactly what I need to be doing. Instead of saying, what can I do next and going to look to find that, the system is giving me, here's what you do next and here's what you do with that. So for example, if I'm opening up a customer, it might tell me exactly what to do in terms of a conversation with them. This is what's going on with the customer. This is what you need to talk about with the customer next. This is what the customer should be ordering next. You're walking in with all the information, and that's the biggest difference. You're armed with information, you're armed with power, It's a lot different from just walking in with a sales sheet and a special sheet saying, hey, do you want to get the things that are on sale again this week, Mr. Customer? So you're getting a lot of value out of system-driven recommendations and behavioral coaching. So you've mastered AI when some of the things are starting to happen through automation. You've got coaching to the leadership now. So the leadership can look down across the team and know where they need to take effort, which sales team members need help, which divisions need help, which item categorization needs help. Where am I having struggles in the business? And starting to make a lot of those decisions through automation. And really you start to build upon things that you've got from the past and really develop a great tailwind. You know that you're using the right systems and you're starting to see a growth trajectory you never thought was possible before. So how do you get started in the space of AI? There's 3 action items I would consider doing right now. The first one is, what some of your core pain points and challenges are right now. What I want you to do is take the top 3, the top 5. Don't get crazy with this. Put them into a list. Write down what would be different in your life if you were to solve those things. And then what I want you to do is I want you to reach out and ask someone for help, because there are people out in the world that can help you to overcome these issues and develop a solution that's going to help you overcome those pain points using AI. And it's really important that you start on a roadmap for your AI solution and you do it now. Don't wait. The most important thing in this whole thing is take action, because if another year goes by, another 3 years goes by, you are leaving so much opportunity on the table, and it might at some point actually be too late. Now that you've made it to the end, I'm going to try really hard to help you avoid making that $100 million mistake in AI and distribution. And we've created a tool that you can use to assess and make tactical plans for AI adoption in your business. Thanks for watching.